Oh, yeah.
All right, sir, whenever you're ready, Shaughn.
All right, so the target audience for this is just a mixed group of tire dealers. So, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Shaughn Shea, and I work in dealer development for TCI. First, I want to thank you all for coming here today. I know how difficult it is to get out of the shop, and I assure you today it's going to be worth it. So, we're going to take some time to walk you through something that can seem overwhelming and sometimes can seem a waste. But we're going to change the way you think about it, make it feel natural to you, make it be something that's going to help grow your sales, and make it be something that's going to strengthen your business. What I'm talking about, of course, is something that a lot of you guys kind of just hoped would go away, but it's not going away, and that's social media marketing. Can be kind of a scary topic. I just want to start off something real light and easy with you guys. Pretty sure you all been on the internet. Somebody tell me something interesting or fun they've seen on the internet recently. Evan, you have any examples? Something cool you saw recently?
Something that you can share. Be careful.
How about you, Stefan?
Yeah, no, I saw somebody walking their English bulldog and they were just dragging it behind them. It's just rolling around.
Steven, have you seen anything interesting? Maybe not animal abuse, you know?
Everybody bashing Tennessee.
Okay.
I saw a 14-year-old kid that I shoot with named Missouri Lefty. He set the world record for lever-action rifle. It's out on YouTube. 10 rounds in 1.57 seconds from a lever-action rifle.
He's not good.
See, that's awesome.
14.
Totally random things, but not one of you guys mentioned an advertisement. And not one of you said, oh, hey, I saw this really cool tire rebed ad that somebody put on Facebook. And the reason is because when we go to social media, we don't go there for advertisements. The thing that I saw kind of neat was kind of cool, just something different you guys didn't see, was the pizza rat. I don't know if you guys saw that recently.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of just Rudy meets Ratatouille, just kind of little guy working hard to bust his butt, working for his dreams. What people go to social media for is for two reasons, basically. They go to connect to people and things they care about, and they also go to learn what's new and neat. They're not there to be sold to. And I think a lot of the confusion or stress comes from social media when dealers try to make it into a sales opportunity instead of understanding what the opportunity really is. It's a place to tell a story about your business and a place for that story to start developing trust. It's not a place to close a sale. There's a popular book out there called All Marketers Are Liars, and the title's crossed off, and tell stories. And sometimes people get confused about not having a concrete sales point, and they lose the idea that they got to tell a story about their business because people don't know who they are. And that story is what causes the connection and builds trust between you and your customer base. Social media is a fantastic tool for that. To build the trust with your customers. Things I want to talk about today are how online shopping is shaping sales today, how mobile specifically is changing online shopping. I think pretty much everybody in here has got one of these plastic little bricks in their hand, a smartphone these days. These pretty much only exist to get you online, anytime, anywhere. Very different tool than what this thing we call a phone was 5-10 years ago. Pretty much half my brain is in that thing at this point. You ask me a question, I don't have that in my hand, I might not know the answer. So why does this matter? Everyone here has probably heard social media is going to be important for years now. Not necessarily feel that it has been important. Does anyone here have any ideas why social media is important to their business? It's everywhere. Dan?
Well, because there's two sides to it, I guess. If somebody has a good experience, they can post something good to happen. The flip side of that is if they had a bad experience, it's going to blow up everything.
It's all on the table. Those are all real good things. And the way we're going to cover how that's important is, I already mentioned the first thing agenda. I realized I skipped out of order for a second. Online shopping, how it's shaping sales today, how mobile specifically is affecting that, how we can change our business to capitalize on that, how to create a social media strategy, and then if we have time, some quick best practices and tips. Every single statistic I'm going to show you is probably already blown up from when these were posted. Everything that I'm going to show you is heading in the increasing direction. But just to give you a quick sense on the math why this is important. Tire industry specifically is seeing steady growth online. It's growing 11% year over year over year. There's more people going online to buy tires than the year before. You can't ignore it. You might have been ignoring Facebook for the past 5 years. You ignore it for the next 5 years, you're going to be out of business. Tires are being more proactive. They're not waiting until they're bald to buy the tires because they're too expensive nowadays. So it's forcing them to do more research and be more informed consumers. And online, and specifically on the phone, is where they're doing that. Right now, 41% of customers spend over a week researching tires. Might not feel that way when they walk into a tire shop and act like they've never seen anything, but they're scoping you out even though they don't want to show their cards. And the ones who, and they're spending, 61% are spending over $150 per tire, which is way up from where it was in the past, which is why they're forced to do that research. Even though they want to come in and still pretend that they're looking for a $40, $195, $70, $14. 68% of the tire buyers out there are buying online. About a third of that is buying in store after they bought online. Another third is buying online directly. But either way, the vast majority already knows what they're going to do before they come into your shop. They're not going to wait for what your counter person has to tell them. Fully 61% of that is going to learn something from online that they weren't even looking for, a role your counter guys used to fill for them. So you definitely need to be in there and be part of that conversation. 73% of customers are visiting multiple websites before they shop, so they're not even just trusting any one source. In that research, they're actively looking around. And this is where mobile kind of gets tricky with it, because they're not sitting at home doing research. They're standing in your showroom comparing you against your competition. And that's why you need to have a presence in mobile as well. One of the newer trends about it is videos. Most customers online are researching tire purchases with a video. Think about how you want to learn how to do something new. If you want to look up a how-to video or compare an iPad versus a Galaxy Tab, you go to YouTube, you watch a review video for it. This space here doesn't have to be complicated, but you need some kind of online presence. When they go searching in YouTube, if you have nothing there for them, they're not going to find you because you're not there. And it's only going to get worse because 78% of customers say that they're going to use videos in their next tire purchase. People are getting more and more comfortable with it. Social media is an avenue for you to have tie-ins to your videos and have your videos tie into other content that is not sales but part of the conversation that's going to steer your customer the way your counter person used to. So, tying back to what I said before, what should our story be? We said we don't go to social media for sales. We go to connect to the people and things we care about. We go to connect to what's new. Another way to put that is we go to look for things that are relevant and distinctive. So if we're going to put any content on social media, be it Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, wherever, it has to be relevant and distinctive. Now that kind of sounds like that might be a scary thing to do, but it's really not. You have relevant and distinctive conversations with your dealers, with your customers in your stores every day. You wouldn't walk into your showroom and go, hey, $70 rebate, and then walk away. But we think we can do that online for some reason. The simple conversations we have with a customer in our showroom show how we can relate to them, either because we're a family-run business taking care of families, or we have an expertise we want to share with them. That's the same things we do online. And the beauty of it is you don't need to have the small chat first. You can completely control the story you put out there, and you got to edit it before it goes back out. So as far as that goes, you want to plan before you speak. You don't want to be just more noise out there, another Facebook page dumping out $70 rebates and nothing else, or some anonymized feed. You want to have a plan for where you're going out there, and you want to know what it is you're trying to accomplish. The first step is clarify your business goals. There's things social media can do and things it can't. But if you say, okay, I want to run a campaign that's going to add new customers, That's something you can certainly cater for. You want to put a number to it. You want to have a way to measure your results and know whether or not that result's good enough or not. If you spend a couple $100s on a social media campaign and you don't see the requisite sales results,
That's 10 minutes.